You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Well, we're back at it, my friends. Monday morning. How's the weekend? Was the weekend just not the most amazing weekend ever? Got some awesome photos to share with you this morning about some Witcher's adventures. The family, we really got a chance to get out and explore East Tennessee a little bit more here this past weekend, and the weather just couldn't be more perfect. Lower humidity, sure, it was a little bit warmer yesterday, and that's really going to be the trend here throughout the day today. So let's go ahead and take you to the forecast here for this today. We start you off with a live look there in Purchase Knob, and again, a nice, beautiful sunrise taking shape here to get the day started. We'll step over to Look Rock now, and gorgeous there as well. So we do have clear skies hanging out with us here at this hour. This is what it looks like now at Newfound Gap. Got a little bit of that sun glare. Current temperature now 51, so that's not bad. Heading into downtown Gatlinburg, we're now sitting at 64. So that's the other side of the story this morning, is the humidity's up a little bit. Temperatures are going to be warmer this afternoon, but, well, we're warmer already to get the day started. All right, so when you look at, we'll take it over to, I don't think this camera's up and running right now. No, well, it's updated, but it's not up and running. But yes, a nice, quiet, and clear start to the day. Here's your forecast for headlines for the day today and the next several days anyways. We're talking about another amazing day today. That trend continues tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow could be the warmest day over the next 7 days. And then we've got a cold front on the way Wednesday. That cold front's going to spill in some showers and thunderstorms. Maybe some strong thunderstorms. So I'll talk more about that coming up here in just a moment. These are things that we're going to be talking about here on Wake Up with Witcher on this Monday morning. The 15th, it's tax day, baby. Hopefully you got your taxes done. You still have till today. But it has to be postmarked by the end of the day. Anyways, all right, so let's talk about it. So next weekend, maybe not trending as cold as what we were talking about over the weekend. So something that we're going to continue to highlight here in just a moment. But really going to continue to see some nice, quiet, and mild weather here for the day today and the next several days. So, all right, here's your future cast throughout the day today. We got a little boundary to our north, and actually that's going to be a little focus for some showers and thunderstorms as our ridge starts to build on in, which I'll explain with the regional picture here in a moment. It's going to put with us with a little bit more of a northwesterly flow, but it's going to clip upper East Tennessee, southeastern Kentucky, and the boundary to our north, which you can just start seeing entering the screen on the top of your screen there. That's a warm front, basically a stationary boundary, and that's going to be the focus. That's where we get the focus for lift in the atmosphere around the peripherals of our ridge of high pressure. That's really helping to warm us our temperatures up as well. All right, so not really anything to write home about, but I think Tri-Cities area, Kingsport, we have a chance for maybe a few afternoon or early evening showers and thunderstorms. We do have a risk for some stronger thunderstorms up in Kentucky, but not necessarily here locally. So temperature-wise, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to be in the mid-70s. We're going to be in the mid-70s by lunchtime. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, these are the best patio days. Go find yourself a coworker or a friend and say, "Hey, I think we need to hit patio for lunchtime today." Anybody in? Anybody? Forecast highs today are going to be in the 80s. So we're going to be so if you thought yesterday was warm, today is going to be a little bit warmer. And when you look at your evening forecast, I mean, what a perfect night to do some grilling outside. Have we re-seasoned the Blackstones yet? Got the grills ready to go for the summertime? Hopefully not. If not, I need to re-season my Blackstone. Still got to do that. Anyways, into the evening hours we go. And again, a nice evening listen, by 6 o'clock, we're still going to be in the upper 70s to low 80s. Now, the other side of the story is, we're still going to have a little bit of wind today. Not expecting as much as we've seen over the last couple of days. But it is still going to be on the breezier side, so winds are going to be out of the southwest, gusting to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not a big deal. So forecast highs today do make it into the low to mid 80s. We'll do that today and also tomorrow. So when you look at your 3-day forecast, mid-80s tomorrow, that could be potentially the warmest day over the next 7 days. That's putting us almost 15 degrees above average for this time of year. Maybe a little too warm too soon, but hold on a second. Wednesday, we got some showers and thunderstorms firing up. Thursday, we should be on the quieter side. Another boundary is going to head our way into our Friday, and that's going to cool our temperatures down as we get into the upcoming weekend, which, of course, we'll highlight here in just a moment. I do have some awesome photos to share with you here in just a moment as well. But let's go and take a look at those T-Dot cameras here for just a moment. How many times can I say just a moment? I just said it like 15 times. Anyways, no accidents on the interstates here this morning. This is great news to pass along. So let's go ahead and take you to Pellissippi Parkway and Interstate 40. Is anybody home? Nobody's on the roads this morning. Hey, listen, if you got to hit the roads, perfect time to do so. Because there's no issues on the roads. Let's show you what it looks like at 40 in West Hills. I mean, the volume what day is today? Today's Monday, right? Seems like it's a Sunday morning based on the traffic already this morning. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. So I wanted to share some, you always share your photos with me, and I know I do online as well, but some of you may miss those. So the family and some friends, so we had a couple families go out and we did a nice little biking trip on Saturday, which just turned out to be perfect because temps were in the 70s, had the lower humidity. Once you were biking on the greenways, it was amazing. So we got a chance to go, we started off in the Bearden area, and then we took the greenway all the way down by Neyland Stadium. And then you have to take that really steep hill by Calhoun's, like Calhoun's on the river. So that's kind of where we came out. And then we had to go up the steep hill to get into downtown and do Market Square. So the kids did great. The greenways are awesome. You know what I noticed? And you may have noticed this as well, not just because of allergies, but the scenery around here is starting to fill in with the greenery. I love it. One of my favorite views is coming down Pellissippi Parkway towards North Shore, and you don't have it. I mean, there's no advertising anywhere. You see the mountains off in the distance. You can see the lake, and really the trees are just starting to fill on in. And of course, we went to lunch in downtown Market Square and hung out for a little bit before we took the trip back home. And it turned out to be a 12-mile trip. And the kids did great. Some of them went home with my wife because my wife had an appointment. But either way, it was a lot of fun. And then yesterday, thanks to Felicia, who joins us on the program, said, "Hey, listen, Iams Nature Center is having some markets going on this weekend." And so we had a chance to go down to let's see, come on, what's going on here? Get it? There it is. We had a chance to go down to Iams yesterday. And so I was we were looking for something to do. I knew it was going to be warmer. It was going to be a great day to do a nice little hike. I said, let's go down to Iams. They've got a market going on. So you look at the market they've got set up right there at Iams. So that was a lot of fun. We went for a nice little hike down by the river. It's only a mile. It's an easy hike, but it was just nice to get out and enjoy the fresh air. You get underneath the canopy of the trees. And then guess who I got to see? Guess. You'll never guess. Everybody, Felicia, everybody. She joins us on the chat every day, but you never get to see her. And so Felicia's Crafty Adventures. So she was out there crocheting yesterday, selling all of her crafty adventures. Got to meet her and her husband, and it was a great day. So Felicia, it was a pleasure to meet you yesterday. And thanks again for all the support right here in East Tennessee. All right, let's go to the big picture now and talk about what's in store on the big picture. I'll step over to the chat for a second, see if anybody has anything to say. We'll talk about the winters, see if anything's going on here. It's perfect weather at Camp Quinonia. Maybe I'm saying that right, Alex? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Anyways, on the big picture, remember I told you we had a chance for some thunderstorms across upper East Tennessee? There's where that risk is, okay? So that's where the boundary is going to be. So when you highlight that with the forecast for just the day today on the big picture, not a ton of activity expected, but right along that boundary is where we could see some energy and some forcing in the atmosphere, which is going to spark off some showers and thunderstorms and, isolated in nature for sure, but could see a couple stronger thunderstorms in Kentucky. All right, big ridge of high pressure begins to build its way on in. That's why it was warmer yesterday than what it was on Saturday. That's why it's going to be warmer today than yesterday. And tomorrow will be warmer than today because that ridge starts to work its way into the area. Then our storm system today, this is Monday, obviously. A strong storm system is going to be aiding in severe weather across the Great Plains. This is going to come out of the Rockies. That's going to be our Wednesday storm. So today's Monday, obviously, but that's Wednesday's storm. So here's how that all plays out. As that storm comes off the Rockies, a strong area of low pressure at the surface is going to be developing. And so we're going to see our greatest risk for severe weather across the Great Plains. We're talking Interstate 80, 70, 40, maybe I-20 as well. And then stretching over towards near Chicago and whatnot. That's later on today. Then tomorrow morning, we do have that risk from basically Wichita, Kansas to Omaha, Oklahoma City to Dallas, and then that risk starts to continue to slide eastward. Now this is Tuesday afternoon. The risk is going to be closer to Chicago and St. Louis and Kansas City, and just along and west of the Mississippi River. But then we get into Wednesday, And Wednesday, that risk starts to move its way into our area across the state, Ohio Valley. So we have a level 1 and level 2 risk issued by the Storm Prediction Center already. That does include the Western Valley and the Cumberland Plateau for us here in East Tennessee. So that's going to be Wednesday into Thursday. Now, I'm going to show you a model forecast, and we talk about this often here on the channel, but this is going to be a long-range model forecast, okay? Because we're not in the time frame of short, high-resolution forecast models. So it's not going to pick up on everything, and actually doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly impressive when you look at the future cast. And I don't necessarily know that it's going to be too terribly impressive per se, but we have a cold front on the way. We've got a lot of warm, moist air ahead of it, and that's going to spark off those showers and thunderstorms. So once again, just know that as this cold front comes through Wednesday into Thursday, that's going to spark off those showers and storms. So let's switch to the rainfall aspect of it. High pressure down across the Gulf Coast states at the surface. There's that little boundary. Once again, kind of recap what's going on to our north. So that's where we'll see the greatest extent of showers today. And again, upper East Tennessee may see a couple of those showers and storms too. Low pressure moves its way out of the Rockies. Here comes the cold front. It's going to start to swing its way into the area. This is our Wednesday storm. So we'll see scattered showers and thunderstorms Wednesday. And then Thursday will likely dry out before our next frontal boundary heads our way on Friday. That's going to bring us a little bit more rain. I don't think Friday is going to bring us a lot of rain, but it is going to bring us a dip in those temperatures. And if you were with me this weekend, we were saying, hey, hold on a second, don't be planting yet. We're still highlighting the possibility of some colder air to move its way on into the area, right? So as that colder air, I mean, we were talking about this 9 days out. So now as we get in the week of how much colder does it actually get this weekend? Well, maybe not trending as cold. So we'll see how this all plays out. Only time will tell to see as we get closer to the event, but it was potentially looking like we could be in the 50s and 60s. Yesterday, I talked about it. If you joined on the program, well, I didn't do it live, but if you joined on East Tennessee Weather, I talked about, well, maybe it's not going to get as cold because the cold air doesn't look like it's going to be coming down as far south. And so if that's the case, then our temperatures will stay relatively average this weekend. And when we look at morning low temperatures, well, maybe we don't have those 30s. Oh, spring, you spring. So again, highlighting the weekend forecast. Right now, maybe not as cold, maybe a few scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder over the weekend. So there are some still maybes involved in the weekend forecast. Now, the Climate Prediction Center is still saying, okay, this weekend's likely to be cooler than average. This never tells us the whole story, i.e., how much colder it's going to be. But then we go from the 23rd to the 29th, and maybe that cold air doesn't stay as long, and we start to warm up towards the latter part of the month. So we'll see how that all plays out. If you're new to the platform and you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, hopefully you do so already. But if you don't, just search East TN Weather, all one word, in the Google Play Store or the App Store and download it. It's Orange TN with the white lightning bolt. All right, we're going to go to the chat here for a second. But before we do so, we've got some holidays to talk about. Let's talk about some holidays for the day today, shall we? So there are some interesting ones. I already looked at them. Today is National Laundry Day. So if you didn't get a chance and played too much this weekend, i.e. the Witchers did, Witcher's Adventures, I said, we could be inside cleaning the house and preparing for the week. But why would we do that? It's so nice out here. This is ridiculous. This is the time of year that my productivity inside the house goes way down. Like, I don't care about the inside of the house. So today's National Laundry Day. So if you're home and you're not going to work, well, maybe you can get some laundry done. I think we have to continue our laundry. Purple Up Day. I didn't look at this one, so let's look at this one together. I don't know exactly what that is. During the month of Military Child, Purple Up. Day on April 15th recognizes some of the military's most unsung heroes, and those are the kids. Totally agree with that one. They have to deal with it for sure. The day encourages everyone to wear purple, representing all branches of military and showing unity with each other. So that's pretty cool. I did not wear purple today, but I didn't know that was happening. Sorry. Today's National Glazed Spiral Ham Day. What is that? That's weird. We already had that. That's called Easter. It's National Titanic Remembrance Day. There we go. Have you been to the Titanic in Pigeon Forge yet? If you haven't, it's pretty cool if you like history. It's National Rubber Eraser Day. Perfect. Remember those old pink ones like that? We used to always draw on them. We've got National Take a Wild Guess Day. Welcome to the land of weather, my friends. Educated guess, right? And it's National Boo-hoo Tax Day. Let's give our money back to the government, shall we? They want their money too, I guess. All right, now let's say good morning to everybody. Let me grab my cup of coffee. Got the funny one this morning. There's the funny one. Cheers, my friends. Focus. Is that how your day is feeling so far? Are you feeling a little... All right. Anybody got anything good to say this morning? Lots of good mornings out there. Well, how about that? Today is Pat's son's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Pat's son. She said it was snowing the day he was born all those years ago. Well, how old's your son? Felicia says, good morning. Great meeting you yesterday. It was a pleasure to meet you yesterday, for sure. How many different winters are there? There's like a million. I think we're probably going to be getting closer to blackberry winter this weekend, maybe. Dogwoods are still blooming. I don't know. I need to call Neil Denton and be like, hey, Neil, need to confirm. What winter are we in? What's blooming right now? It just depends on what's blooming. It really depends on what winter it is. Generally speaking, like mid to late April would be mid-April would be dogwood. So climatologically speaking, we would be in dogwood winter because the dogwoods are blooming. I think we're in the middle of climatologically when they bloom. And so I believe that's what we're currently in. Well, I mean, we're not in a winter right now. Obviously, it's warm outside. But if we were to be in one, or this weekend, Layla's going to be planting a few flowers today in some containers. Nice. She goes, normally I never do it until Mother's Day because of years of living in Ohio. However, Layla's having hip surgery on Monday or on May 10th, so I got to do it now. If the cold weather hits, I can easily cover them, so hoping that is not an issue. Well, I wish you the best on your surgery, Layla, and based on the latest guidance, maybe it's not going to be as cold this weekend, which would be nice, so maybe you wouldn't have to cover them. Did you see yesterday was National Gardening Day? Did you see that on my social? Yeah, Katrina says, yeah, those erasers are we had on hand for written book reports. Yeah, back in the day when we used to have to handwrite those book reports. Cheryl says it's still dogwood winter. We got dogwood, blackberry, redbud, britches, little britches. Pat says, is Wednesday a good golf day? Check in tomorrow. Probably not. We're going to see some showers and thunderstorms. So it depends on maybe in the morning, if you want to make a morning tea time. It's going to be on the breezier side. But yeah, not too bad. All right, my friends. Well, we're not too chatty and active this morning. I did put some of those photos. So some of those photos that you aired, I did put on Witcher's Pictures. Let me show you my website. Go down to the very bottom of my website. There we go. I've got Witcher's Pictures being highlighted right there. So as I get more pictures, we have the solar eclipse I've added there. As we get more pictures, I'll keep adding more to these, to show them. Well, we had Crutch Hill. I know it's Churchill. I got to redo that. I was made aware. I wish this weather computer had a spell check, but for some reason it just doesn't have spell check, and I don't know why. I just don't know why. What is britches winter? It's when it's cold and your britches get cold. See if the sound's working this morning. Somebody let me know. This wasn't working on Friday. My wife's like, you were just sitting there dancing. So somebody let me know if this sound is working. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wait. Here we go. Can you hear that? Can you hear that music playing right now? Somebody fire away and say yes or no. It works. Yay. There we go. So it wasn't working. I guess I didn't have my audio turned on. So let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But anyways, yay. I like that song. It like just kind of gets us going on a Monday, doesn't it? Now I'm dancing with music. And not like in the silence. I was doing some silent disco dancing. Anyways. All right, my friends. We're going to wrap things up here this morning because it's 7:20 in the morning. There's nothing going on outside. The interstate seems to be playing out just fine. No issues there. I'll just go double check once again before we wrap things up. But it didn't look like we had any major incidents this morning. Looks like we've got, there's a vehicle fire. But it's not blocking really any let's see. It's not really slowing traffic down a whole lot. So that would be on the, looks like the eastbound lane of Interstate 40 over toward, right around the Strawberry Plains Pike area. But that's really about the extent of it. So no issues. Gorgeous sunrise taking shape here this morning. So nice sunshine to get the day started. And it's going to be a fantastic day. So gorgeous today. We're going to top out in the 80s. We'll be in the mid-80s tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. And then as we get into our Thursday, Friday, not too bad. We're actually going to be seeing some nice quiet weather on the way. Staying on the warm side to round out the week as well. We are still looking at the possibility of trending a little bit cooler, but maybe more seasonable as we head into the upcoming weekend. So that's better than what we were talking about over the last couple of days, where it was looking like temperatures maybe in the 50s with lows in the 30s. Let's hope that's not the case. But either way, it is springtime in East Tennessee. Hopefully your allergies are holding up okay. We sure hope you had a great weekend. Don't forget to join on social media and enjoy the sunshine this week. A nice quiet weather pattern. I think we can all take a nice little sigh of relief. But again, make sure you check back in on Wednesday, as we do have that risk for a couple of isolated strong thunderstorms as we get into our Wednesday. And hopefully your day is not starting off like that dude's day. We hope you have a wonderful and safe day. We're going to send you back to the 24-hour weather channel. Let that play. I'll give you a quick little forecast, and then we'll send you about your way. So we sure hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you're new to the Wake Up with Witcher, we're going to be broadcasting the Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock in the morning on all social media platforms, whether it be through the app, the website, on YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, or the app itself. I think I already said that. I meant or social media. Anyways, my friends, we sure hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 o'clock. See you soon.
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Sure hope you had a great weekend. What a beautiful weekend. Perfect weekend to be outside. And I hope you had a chance to do that. If not, you have today. Today's going to be great. Tomorrow's going to be fine as well. Actually, tomorrow's probably going to be the warmest day. Ahead of a cold front that's going to be swinging its way into the area on Wednesday. And then we'll have another secondary cold front as we round out the week that may bring us some cooler air over the weekend, but maybe not even trending as cold as what we were talking about over the last couple of days. So the atmosphere is going to kind of modify itself, and we may not get that big shot of cold air. Throughout the day today, plenty of sunshine. We'll have a few afternoon clouds. We have a boundary to our north, a warm front, stationary boundary basically, that's just going to kind of stay up to our north. That is going to provide a chance for some showers and thunderstorms for you folks in Tri-Cities, southeastern Kentucky, southwest Virginia, as we get into the late evening and the early overnight hours. So something to keep in mind there. Other than that, everyone's going to stay on the dry side. And we're going to be warmer today. Actually, temperatures start off nice and mild in the 50s. By lunchtime, we'll see those temperatures climb into the mid-70s. So if you're looking for something to do outside, good patio day. Ahead of us today, forecast highs are going to be in the 80s. And if you're heading off to the ballparks later on this afternoon, this evening for practices, make sure to wear the sunscreen. Yeah, this is the time of the year. The sun angle's not too terribly high still, but you can get a sunburn. All right, here we go. Evening forecast. God, look at this. 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to be at 82, 78 degrees by 8. And by 10, we're still going to be in the 70s. And so, by 10 o'clock, if we're going to be in the 70s, it's going to be another mild start to our day tomorrow. Now, we're still going to have a little bit of a breeze out there today. Not nearly as much as what we've seen over the last couple of days, but a little breezy from time to time. Those winds are out of the southwest, and that's really what's going to help to boost our temperatures into the 80s today. Tomorrow we'll stay in the mid-80s. Tomorrow potentially could be the warmest day, as I mentioned, due to a warm push of air out ahead of our cold front. That's going to bring us showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. Maybe a risk for some strong thunderstorms. I'm going to show you the big picture coming up in just a moment. And by Thursday, we'll stay in the low 80s. So we don't really drop behind the cold front. until we get into our secondary cold front on Friday. So let's go ahead and take it to the big picture. Now listen, if this is all you need to know, don't care about the big picture, have a great day. We'll see you back here real soon. All right, so we do have that severe weather potential to our north, a level 1 risk by the Storm Prediction Center, and the majority of that out to our west. So here's the setup with that. Got a boundary to our north, and that's going to be the focus for some showers and thunderstorms. Got some pretty good instability and quite a bit more moisture moving its way through. And so as those move to the south and now southeast around a ridge of high pressure, that's what could bring upper East Tennessee. So Tri-Cities, heads up, could see some showers and thunderstorms before the day is over. Some decent hail, maybe some stronger thunderstorms as well. Here's that ridge of high pressure that's really going to help to boost our temperatures over the next couple of days. So nice ridge of high pressure building on in. But we have a Monday storm system out across the Rockies. That's going to be our Wednesday storm system. So in the upper levels of the atmosphere, got an upper level low. That's going to push a surface cold front off the Rockies, produce severe weather across parts of the Great Plains throughout the evening hours today. Tomorrow across the evening hours just west of the Mississippi River Valley. And then even we're going to continue to see that again tomorrow. So tomorrow morning and then tomorrow afternoon as it works its way eastward. Now, as we get into Wednesday, the Storm Prediction Center has put parts of the Tennessee Valley, Kentucky, Ohio under level 1 and level 2 risk. And that does include the Western Valley and the Cumberland Plateau. So Wednesday, we do have a chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms later on in the afternoon. Here's how that plays out. Now, this is a long-range model forecast, so it's not going to look too terribly impressive because it just doesn't have a lot of resolution to the rainfall. But the general idea is here comes this frontal boundary late in the day on Wednesday, could spark off some showers and thunderstorms. And again, some of those could become strong to severe. So we'll see how it all plays out. All right, now let's switch gears to the rainfall. Okay, so if you have travel plans, kind of give you an idea of how the rain's going to be playing on out. Again, going to be clipping upper East Tennessee, but most of the rain today is going to be up into Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Here comes that storm system out across the Rockies into the Great Plains. It pushes moisture and a cold front through our area. So day by day, we'll start to see those showers and thunderstorms start to ramp up around the area. Even Friday into Saturday as our secondary boundary comes through. And do we have some lingering showers over the weekend? Well, some models say yes, some say no. So subject to change for sure at this stage of the game. But I think generally speaking, and this has kind of been consistent over the last couple of days, we'll see about a half an inch of rainfall here locally through about the next 5 to 7 days. So temperature trend, it's going to stay on the warm side all the way through Friday. As I mentioned, the weekend may not be trending as cool as what we've been talking about over the last couple of days, which is okay. So do we have the threat for frost? Well, temperatures may be down into the 30s, 40s. With some 50s maybe on Saturday. So, or maybe even Sunday too. So we'll see how this all plays out. Again, this was forecast for a 7-8 day stretch. So the good news is maybe the forecast is modified. And now the Climate Prediction Center still has a pocket of some slightly cooler air there, but they have modified April 23rd through the 29th. So maybe we round out the month on the warmer side. So subject to change for sure. This is long-range forecasting, so make sure you check back in. But on the day-to-day forecasts, check in with the East Tennessee Weather app. It's 100% free. Just search East TN Weather, all one word, from the Google Play Store or the App Store today. We'll see you back here soon.